Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic.
If one thing about traditional porn had to be permanently removed, which would you choose? The disproportionate moaning and squealing. It's like they're aliens wearing human disguises trying to emulate how real humans moan during sex. I cannot tell why, but I am instantly thinking about Mark Zuckerberg. The inability to choose, accept, tags on websites. I wouldn't mind an or modifier for tags sometimes. I'm +1 in XOR tags. Talkative cameraman, just shut up already. I actually think it's hilarious when you're fully invested in a video and the disembodied voice behind the camera impulsively says, "Oh shit." The creators of South Park made a movie about a Mormon doing porn called Orgasmo. They have a boom mic guy that constantly gets overexcited, yells stuff like, "Yeah, suck the cock," and ruins the shot. Removing the underlying abuse of actors in the entire process would be cool. This is the only thing I care about in all this TVQH. It haunts me to know I've gotten off to material that has permanently traumatized and harmed the people in it. There's two specific people I can't watch anymore due to issues in their personal lives I found out about, which really made it seem like porn was less of a choice for them and more like something they were forced into through other abusive sex work. Those are just two. I'm sure there's many others whose stories aren't well known. There's another who was clearly on heavy drugs throughout most of their career. Roided out dudes with tiny balls jackhammering girls with 100k in surgeries. None of it looks good. It just looks like they're both in general physical pain. If pugs were humans. Background music. When I heard Dearly Beloved in the background and couldn't quite pick where I knew it from, it took me right out of it. Kingdom Hearts. I would actually quit porn if I saw that LMAO. Way to ruin my favorite innocent game series. The editing out of the panty drop shot. Panty drops are the best. This, and also the editing out of the moment of penetration. They should honestly make a movie with full penetration. Crime, penetration, and it goes on for 90 minutes or so before it just sort of ends. Generally, not showing the undressing process. As a dude, this is the most exciting part. And the making out parts. Nothing is a bigger turn-off to me than the performers going the entire scene and doing all kinds of ungodly things together without kissing even once. Like sure, you can ram a fist into my butthole without lube and then pee into the gaping hole, but don't you dare kiss me. Putting a dick in a vagina that isn't wet enough so you see dry labia go into the vaginal canal a bit. The dry pussy thing is so prevalent. I seen a post on Reddit once. Here this dude stuck his dick in a girl with a full close-up and the title of this post was SMTHN along the lines of, "Does this look good winking face?" And it was the driest vagina I had ever seen, like she was gonna have issues after that, real hurt. Someone pointed that out to me, and now I can't unsee it. Much porn is produced and the woman isn't wet, or is barely wet with just like spit. Noticing that absolutely ruined porn for me. Dep somethings. WTF is that even? Dep casting agent, what are you doing? What are you doing stepladder? Question mark. I don't need to see inside someone's asshole after you fucked it. Or when women hold their vag open like the predator's face with rolling eyes. If you look into the gape looks into you. The obnoxious, obviously fake noises. Like sometimes there's a fine line between fake and just really into it. I get that, but sometimes it's not so fine a line. Basically anything clearly fake needs to stop lol. I saw one where a girl would moan like a dolphin because she was being touched. I just caught one yesterday. This chick with the horribly pulled tight eyes and ginormous fake lips started rolling her eyes into her head and moaning because she thought the guy was touching her but he hadn't even touched her yet. I was laughing out loud at the fakeness before they even got stated. Sexualizing female discomfort. I hate bringing this up often, but I just have to add that every ex besides my current boyfriend would choke me without consent because they were convinced it was the standard and everyone found it hot. One visit to the homepage of Pornhub and it made sense to me. For me it's the opposite. All of my exes and my current girlfriend want to be choked, but I don't really like doing that. And titty slapping, where the fuck did that come from? I'm not kink shaming. I know there's people who like pain and pleasure mixed. And maybe my experiences have just randomly kept this out of my world. Most of the breasts I've been fortunate enough to interact with, their owners didn't like anything but tenderness. Yup. I'm into anal, not penile. Use some lube, you savages. I've never gotten penile or going in dry, because that shit hurts for the dude too. For the sake of both parties, lube is incredibly important. Anyone not using lube for anal penetration is asking for a severely torn frenulum, and let me save you the Google search. 1. That shit hurts for a long time. 2. Bleeds a lot. And 3. You really want to realize you don't care about your partner or yourself every time you piss for the next month. Just slash your dick with some very fine paper cuts and stock it in a pickle jar every night until you understand that hurting someone else hurts you just as much, and do both of you a favor. As a woman, I'm not really into watching a girl suck dick for 20 minutes, get fucked for 10 and then watch her suck dick for another 30 minutes. I wish more focus was put on the woman sometimes. I know, female-friendly porn exists, but sometimes that equals boring. Like, just give the women porn, but with a guy who is enthusiastically eating pussy and doing it well without a bunch of breathing and moaning and la 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 noises that men in porn sometimes do when eating out a girl. It's so weird and such a turn off. Then, fuck her nice and rough or however else she wants it. That's it. Yes, as a woman I hate watching 20 minutes blowjobs, just fuck already. Exclamation mark. Ha ha ha. Right, I also just think it sucks, lol, that porn is mainly geared towards guys, but when we do get porn, for us, it's boring or has to be like this, make love I love you kiss me passionately, thing, girls like sex and we like it rough and dirty sometimes, too. We just don't want to see cock sucking for an hour and a guy unenthusiastically eating her out for 3 seconds, likes we're supposed to believe she got any sort of pleasure from that at all. Lol. LMAO, this is so real. I always skip ahead. BC the BJ is boring as hell. I hate that everyone and their stepmom does a hagao now. It looks bad in hentai. I'll go flaccid IRL. Yes, it's so bad. Not an expression of genuine pleasure and eros at all. Upsetting. So gross. I had an ex do it sometimes and I would have to look away. Ruined the mood. I'll blame Belle Delphine. Does what now? Hentai girl moaning face has become mainstream, so now you have porn stars sticking their tongue out and crossing their eyes. It looks dumb and is entirely artificial. Nobody naturally expresses pleasure like this. If my description was poor you could find pictures easily to highlight what I mean. A hagao has examples, but NSFW warning, hentai. The guy jerking himself off at the end. Kinda awkward when he's got a jerk for a while for the money shot. It's a lot to expect a guy to last for the hour plus it can take to shoot a scene but still finish on command. Even for a professional, right? Does everything under the sun, pulls out of whatever orifice and proceeds to jack off for several minutes while the other person moans ridiculously, probably with their mouth all open. If that's going to happen, at least edit it down so the viewers aren't completely bored and taken out of the moment. If that's going to happen, at least edit it down so the viewers aren't completely bored and taken out of the moment. Yeah, if I wanted to see sad wanking, I'd look down. Or, more specifically, why does every scene need to end with an awkwardly staged facial? It always looks so forced. He's trying to stand there and beat off, she's in some exposed, awkward position waiting for it, no one looks happy. The zoom on the guy's asshole and or balls. I don't need that. Peek for yourself, Jay. But in all seriousness this is very much dependent on the flavor of porn you like. There's no point not showing asshole to a dude that likes dudes man shrugging. Fake orgasms. Horrible tongue thrashing as an excuse for oral. Hard toss you between both. I feel like they're almost the same answer. Yes, why are these guys rubbing clits with all their fingers and fast as fuck? That shit's painful. And poking someone's clit with your tongue. Hell no. The exposed clit is sensitive as fuck. I can't stand mine being touched directly, and definitely not a hard poke even if it's all covered by the clitoral hood. I'm so thankful to my first girlfriend who told me what she wanted, just do soft circles around the clit and don't change a thing. My first instinct was, that must be so boring, but I learned some good lessons when she came hard. 1. Listen to her. 2. Do what she likes. 3. If she likes what you're doing don't change a thing. Never failed me with any woman since. Simple AF. Long fake nails in lesbian porn. My coochie zipped shut just thinking about them. Your wish has been granted. The long nails will no longer be fake, but real. Monkey paw strikes again. Infantilization of Asian women. God, this one is so bad. The baby crying noises make me click out. Also, how about the hypersexualization of Asian women in general? Flitting, it's so common and so disgusting to me for some reason. Flitting in people's mouths or on their bodies. What is attractive about it? It's revolting and strangely so common. Can't watch porn at all because of all the spitting. Fix the damn sink. I hate it when a job goes unfinished. Exclamation mark. The incest shit. GTFO with that bullshit. Teen stepdaughter lets daddy fill in the blank. Oh, he filled in her blank alright. Exploitation of sex workers. vocal cameraman, and vocal side guys. You aren't involved, my guy. Esti foo. Anyone getting forced into doing it. The massive dicks. Let's normalize normal dicks. In fairness, you'd have to find normal dick guys who want to be in porn, and then you'd be accused of bias if you don't replace the attractive porn women with average women. At that point you're just watching amateur porn, which is already very popular. For me, it's way more appealing to watch a husband and wife who are moderately attractive normies get it on than watching two average porn stars get it on. The spray tans, the fake boobs, the lack of any body hair at all, it just seems so fake. The dudes with tattoos on their necks, faces, fingers, full sleeves, with weird haircuts, it grosses me out to see comparatively beautiful women getting railed by guys who look like meth head biker juggalos or some shit. No offense if you're into that sort of thing, but it ain't for me. If it's not amateur, I don't bother. And even then I can be picky. I don't get who the big dicks are even for. Because it's definitely geared toward men, and as a woman it's just painful to watch. Maybe a size fantasy thing. I listened to a podcast with Asa Akira, adult actress, who said it's partly a camera angles thing. If the guy's got a normal sized dick, you can't see it going in, which people like to see, because his body is in the way. If the guy's got an enormous dick, only the first half of it actually goes in, so there's room between the man and the woman for the camera to peek in there. Many incels who never known what vaginal sex feels like think that more tight means more pleasure. Big dicks often lead to more tightness. Source: me. I used to be an incel. It's probably for the same reason clowns wear big red noses. Exaggerated features add to the spectacle.